Alright, we are live. We are live with the Castle Keeper's Guide with special guest, as always, our man of the Mondays, Jack Cole. Hey, Jack.
Hello, my dear. How are you?
I'm good. It's like I shouldn't be saying "Hey, Jack." I should say "Hey, baby." How are you?
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's. Hey, Jack just works fine.
So we're going to be coloring the Castle Keeper's Guide tonight. We're going to be chatting with Jack as we go. But before we get too deep into this, I do want to give a special shout out to our Patreon supporters and our Twitch subscribers. If you are one of those, huge amount of love to you. Seriously, I have a special treat for you at the end of the stream. This is why I'm not opening with a Patreon supporter plaque, because we got something better at the end. So stick around to see what that is. So with that said, I'm going to jump into this. I've got a marching camp to colour, and we're just going to chill out with the Jackman, and we're just going to see how this thing goes.
One of the things I wanted to ask, and this is a total random topic, not related to your camp here that you're doing, not related to anything in it that we were talking about earlier, but it kind of goes with, you and I are just coming off of playing Cyberpunk 2077 on our PCs, a game that you and I have both been pretty happy with, despite all of the bugs, despite all of the cut content, despite all of the things as it is. You and I got quite a few hours into the game, and we enjoyed it quite a bit. And I know that you have fired up now Red Dead Redemption 2 and are having a blast with it. And I've gone back to an old game that I love, XCOM 2. So it kind of got me thinking, for you, and then also for anybody who joins us in the stream that wishes to come in, Trollord being one of them. Hello.
Hey, Treebor, good to see you, my friend.
What is it in video games? And they all don't have to be in one video game, but like in different video games. What are things that you look for that are little plus ones for you, for anything? And I was trying to keep it specifically for like computer games, console games, that type of thing. But I guess theoretically we could open it up to
Any type of game?
Any type of game, even tabletop games or card games or what have you.
Like, when you say plus one, what are the things that we look for in a game, so to speak?
Yeah, little things that, like, if a game has this feature or this type of thing, you're like, little checkbox on that one. Good job. I'm so glad this game has this thing.
For me, I think, and I'll answer it from a computer game perspective. I actually open world. That's the first buzzword for me. Open world. Open world is going to make me look at it twice, without a doubt. AGL and gentlemanly thoughts is here. Well, hello, sir. Yeah. So we're talking about games. Jack was talking about computer games, but what is it about games that would make you go, okay, I'm interested? What was that plus one, as Jack said, that will make you look at it twice? For me, it's a computer game that is open world. I'll always go, how open world? What are we dealing with here? It's one of the reasons why I was intrigued by Cyberpunk, to be honest with you, and Red Dead. I mean, if you look at all of the games that I've bought, including all of the recent Assassin's Creeds, it's open world.
Welcome,
Cajun Dragon. Hello. By the way, Cajun Dragon, I don't think I've seen you in the chat before. We're working on this as a series of 12 maps for Castle Keeper's Guide, something that's coming out by Trollord Games. Probably first half of this year. They're probably just waiting on my maps, actually. And we're just colouring. We're colouring now. We've done all of the black and white work, and we're chilling with Jack over there, and we're talking games. So yeah, open world for me. And Wargaming Recon says fun to play. I think that's implied. But what aspect of a game do you look for? Oh, Army Wife. Cajun Dragon is Army Wife. Well, good to see you, young lady.
And also welcome Ultra Magnus 71. Ultra Magnus, it's an awesome name. Treebor saying definitely loving open world games as well. And gentlemanly thoughts, saying for me it would be the setting of the game and/or a game that is similar to a game that they've enjoyed in the past.
I also very much like historical games. Typically, it doesn't even have to be strategy, but anything that is trying to capture ancient history. Phantom Gen is Phantom Gen. Okay, I was like Wargaming Recon. Are you giving gifts away again? Thank you, Phantom Gen, for being subscribed. Love you, girl. I think you're meant to be working by what Zach just told me on the phone.
Like he's in charge. She is the boss, after all.
Anonymous gift. Thank you, Hover Squid. Hover Squid got a tier. I love the name Hover Squid. That's ridiculous. Thank you, Anonymous Gifter. You're killing me. You're killing me with these gifts. So, Army Wife, although not Army Wife now, what are you? Cajun Dragon. Cajun Dragon, such a good name. Cajun Dragon, you're not a gamer, but do you game board games? Do you game tabletop games? Do you do any type of a game? Doesn't have to be computer games.
Yeah, card games, even.
Card games. Honestly, some of my favourite memories down in Louisiana was getting together with friends and playing Hearts, as corny as that may sound. But sitting around a table, playing Hearts, having a couple of drinks. Good times.
Nice. Nice.
Phantom Jet, between flights.
Yeah, but wargaming, that's like the macro level. Wargaming comes in saying playable on Mac OS, the price, strategy, or simulation. But I'm talking about like the gameplay. Like, what is it in the gameplay that really like you're like that tickles you? Like simulation. Like, what is it about simulation games that you really enjoy? Like, what is it about it that you're like, yes, that part of it is something that I love. Like, do you like in simulation? I'm assuming you mean like building simulation, or like almost like Prison Architect or The Sims, that type of thing.
Management simulation. Do you like that? Because I know that your aquarium game is like a management simulation. Well, so if I'm going to get a simulation, I want my I'm going to answer. I'm going to give Wargaming an example of an answer. What is it about strategy games that I like? They've got to be deep. They've got to be plenty of options. It has to be accessible, but there have to be plenty of options. And preferably with recourses to actions, and I'm gonna tout Crusader Kings 3 as a prime example. Very, very deep, accessible, but so much plays out like a story, and I like that. That tickles me. That gives me a +1.
Gentlemanly thoughts say this is the first time they've seen me on stream. Hello, how are you? This is me. And he says he is definitely a gentleman himself, and did a little emoji of a man with a very long, fine beard and a hat.
Jack is a gentleman. Bah.
I approve.
Alex Vixen, good to see you. Welcome to the chat.
Hello.
I'm just colouring. Well, at this point I'm erasing, I suppose, and we're chatting.
Alex comes in, the gatekeeper has arrived. Even though I wasn't part of the stream, I heard the explanation as to the why. That's awesome.
Trivia games, says Cajun Dragon, and I like that. I could dig that. I actually don't like doing trivia games, because even though I'm a fairly intelligent person, I don't like doing trivia games because I'm typically come across as a moron when I'm playing them. So I actually try to avoid trivia games. I have very specific knowledge. And even if I'm caught in my field, my brain always betrays me and will not remember anything. And I hate that about my brain. So I actually avoid trivia.
I like trivia because I feel that it helps me. And okay, and I guess I've never played like a trivia game like competitively, like in a like versus environment. But I like trivia usually because it helps me learn things that I didn't know. You know? That's part of the reason why I got my little movie trivia day calendar. I've had 2 so far that I didn't know the answer to, and I was actually very happy that I learned something. One of them, the one actually from today, and watch, people in the chat are gonna immediately know the answer to this. And
They might, because Alex Vixen actually got banned by her friends from playing trivia.
Oh,
because you know it. I mean, she is a font of all things freaking knowledgeable. It's ridiculous.
Oh, Cajun.
Whoa!
Timed out by.
Kate, I don't know why you got timed out by the bot for that.
Claudius was saying it was too many emotes.
Claudius is a dick. Claudius is a dick. I'm sorry, Cajun Dragon. Ignore Claudius. That's just a bot. That's not.
I think the limit must be 5.
It must be 5.
Wargaming just did 5. Oh no, Wargaming did 7 and just got timed out. Okay.
Where did that come from? That's never been a thing in this channel before.
Claudius is cracking the whip.
Because Wargaming Recon normally spams the that unicorn thing.
Well, that's bits. So Claudius goes.
Oh.
Come on in. Come on in.
And you could hear Alex Vixen cracking her knuckles right now. Anyway, Jack, continue.
So today's movie trivia, which I did not know, and I'm so happy that I now know. Now the question is am I going to be able to retain it? And Alex Vixen probably will definitely know it off the top of her head because she knows everything. But it was, what classic film was called Production 9401 during filming?
No Googling, folks. No Googling.
I was like, this morning I tore off yesterday's page and I looked at the new day and I went, what the hell? I don't know what that is.
This is films, okay? 9401.
Production 9401. Capital P.
Hey, Ella's here. Love you, Ella. Jack, Ella said that she actually does a lot of great drawing when she's just like working away listening to us chat. I think it's the Jack factor.
No, it's just the peeps are the friendly peeps in her circle that she likes listening to. Pee-wee's Big Adventure, Jack's favorite. Well, I like Pee-wee's Big Adventure. I would never in a million years call it one of my favorites, but it's a good one. Yes, Alex Vixen, I'm going to.
Did she get it?
Take you at your word that you knew that off the top of your head and you didn't Googleize it, but because I had to Googleize it. But yes, it is indeed Psycho, Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho. During filming, it was known as Production 9401. Why? I don't know.
Alex Vixen's probably going to tell us right now.
Because I didn't look into it.
Then Alex Vixen is going to tell us, well, I've got a cousin that was a part of the production crew or something.
My second cousin's nephew's brother is Alfred Hitchcock's gardener and was there during the production. Oh, there you go. She's got special edition of the making of Psycho. Yeah, and it has the making of Psycho. That's fantastic.
You see, this is why your friends won't let you play trivia anymore. But I do hear you though, Alyssa, about what you were saying about, not wanting to play like competitive trivia games. Well, I actually don't like competitive games in general, and I think I used to more in the past. But I don't want to play competitive anymore. I don't want that versus aspect. I actually get way too stressed out from it, and I think playing trivia like that is part of it. And even if you're on a team, I feel like if I'm not contributing, then I'm dead weight, and I don't like feeling like a dead weight. So for me, it's a downer. I'm a bit of a Debbie Downer. Green Loontoon, hold on a sec. Green Loontoon, yeah. We're not done. We're definitely motoring. We're definitely making beautiful things. But recently, I finished Locatoy. I finished something for New Comic Games. And I've been working on this one. And we've actually been doing a lot of Necropolis recently. So, a lot of irons in the fire, my friend. A lot of irons in the fire. This one's probably going to go for another month. Sorry, Jack.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I had also noticed that Cajun Dragon had said that because you were asking like what types of games do you play, they said that it was that they played
A game similar to Spades. So you gave a proper name for it, but a game similar to Spades. I like
Pedro?
Spades too. Yeah, that one.
That one was the one, Pedro. Okay, gotcha. And is Spades like Hearts? I don't know if I've played Spades, or maybe I've played Spades and not Hearts. I played one of them.
I probably played more Spades than Hearts, but I can't honestly tell you the difference between them because they're kind of blurred in my head now. I used to love getting together with friends and just playing cards. There's something just simple and relaxing, and with good peeps, a couple of drinks, there's a lot to be said for it.
Gotcha.
Hey, Dungeon Tomb is here, and it's like 3 o'clock in the morning his time.
Hello.
Dungeon Tomb, I don't think you've seen too much of this one, except maybe on YouTube. I'm actually hoping I can get this particular segment finished by tomorrow's stream, and make great progress tonight. At least get all of the tents done tonight. That's my objective. Then we'll do groundwork tomorrow.
Gentlemanly Thought says, for me, the game that I'm always coming back to over and over again is Factorio. Special place in my heart for that game.
You know, I own Factorio, and I played it a little bit, and I never went back to it. But I know a lot of people that really, really, really dig that game, and I think it's well deserved. Yeah. I don't know how you would describe this, Jack, but I think one thing that I like in a game, based upon Fallout 4 and 7 Days to Die, is apparently I like building things.
Yeah, and not just anything, but I would say very, very specific and almost realistic base building. Because if you like just like building things in general, I think you would have jumped on like the Minecraft train, because in that you can build like anything.
And I played Minecraft a little bit. I did a little bit, but 7 Days to Die is better, in my humble opinion.
Right. In my opinion, Fallout 4 is better with its base building as well. Personally, that's the kind of base building I wanted to do.
And Ryan Noir is here. Hello, my friend. Hello.
Hello. Allah says Gabe and I like survival builders a little too much. Nah, there's no too much. We gotta play 7 Days together. Allah.
Yeah, we do. We really do.
Telling you.
If you and Allah just organize it, I'm sure Gabe and I will just join in. You know, we really do. We need to make it a thing.
Allah, let's figure it out. Off the street. Had too many hours in Conan Exiles. Nice. You know, a friend of ours is really big into Conan Exiles. We haven't played it. What are the things about it that you like? Yeah, Trebor. Yeah, any games with good crafting. I'm a big fan of crafting in games as well. Crafting, like a leveling up system, character customization for me is one of the biggest things I like. Kind of like you with Factorio. One of the things that I like, I always go back to. Gentlemanly Thoughts was Factorio. For me, is XCOM 2. That's kind of my game that I go back to all the time, because you have character customization, you have leveling up, you have skills, you have turn-based tactical maps to fight on. That's kind of my go-to. Oh my god, there's a lot of stuff that's gone by. Hold on.
It's an active chat.
Okay. Ryan Noir says, got back into Minecraft again lately. Creative building with the fam. Nice. Jill, I have not played any Judge Dredd RPG at all. I like Judge Dredd, but I'm not like the super fan that Alyssa is of Judge Dredd.
And I don't own a role-playing game, and I wish I did.
Ryan Noir saying that they're currently playing Astroneer, which is kind of super soft in my opinion. But after work, it's all I've got left. Nah, I hear you. Sometimes you're just exhausted.
I've got that game on my wish list. Much respect.
Me too. I did not, Alex. Fix it and go up.
And then Wargaming Recon says, when did you begin to whoosh?
Whoosh.
Whoosh. I don't know. I've been whooshing my entire life. Whoosh. And she's back. Whoosh. I don't know. What do you mean by whoosh? Is that like whoosh? When did you whoosh? What are we talking about here?
Well,
Is that like douching? What are we talking about?
Well, in the chat, you said whoosh, I appear. So I think you said, when did you begin to whoosh?
When did I appear?
Well, no. In the chat, you say whoosh, I appear.
Oh, no, that's Pex. Pex is logged in as me. I'll put money on it.
Ah.
So the answer is I never whoosh. I literally never whoosh.
Gotcha. So Pex is logged in as admin on the thing, as you,
Yeah.
and came in, whoosh,
Yeah.
I appear. Okay, and then that's why...
I mean, that's really clever of me to actually whoosh into the chat while both hands are occupied.
And Magnificent Pex then comes in saying proper whoosh, and then sprays Wargaming Recon, says shush.
But a lot of things went by. A lot of things went by right there.
Alex Fixon posted a bit of trivia about Psycho earlier. Psycho was also known as Wimpy because it was named after one of that production nickname was named after the second unit cameraman. That is a bit of trivia. Holy criminy. Interesting.
And Treeball says if there was... was it Treeball? No, Gentlemanly Thought says if there was one game that we had to play for the rest of our lives, what would it be? That's a good question. And I think we could throw that open to everyone. One game to play for the rest of your life.
The rest of our lives. Okay, while we're thinking about that, I'm going to go back up and say...
And that's actually a tough question. And I find that to be a tough question because some of the games... Caston No Matter. Thank you very much for the follow. That's really appreciated. So I actually have some favourite games, and they're favourite because I play them with Jack in co-op mode. 7 Days to Die is such an example. I play 7 Days to Die on my own, but it doesn't rank quite as high. Playing with Jack, it's one of my favourite games of all time. So if we're talking about a game I can only play on my own... Wow, do I go with Fallout 4?
Ooh, wow, really?
Which is, like, I think my second most played game? Or do I go Empire Total War, which I think would have less replayability? There's the question.
Well, if it's the only game you can play for the rest of your life, probably not wanting to pick the one that doesn't have that much replayability.
What about you, Jack? I mean, would it be XCOM?
If it's one game for the rest of my life, now I guess a caveat would be is if it was a game that could be modded.
Yeah, I kind of assumed modding allowed.
If modding and stuff was allowed, then no, I would go Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. And I would, because it's the same freaking engine, and theoretically it's in there somewhere. Even if I couldn't play Fallout 4, I would, if I could. This is the only game I can play for the rest of my life. I would learn how to mod, and I would make base building in Skyrim as a mod, and I would try to port over as much as I could from Fallout 4 and just fantasy-atize it. Yeah. Allah, going back to Conan Exiles, Allah was saying, that. Oh, I lost it. I'm sorry. It was something. Oh, here we go. Her and Gabe love what she likes about the Conan Exiles is the world is huge, beautiful, and dangerous, and you can make so many cool things. So, there you go.
A couple of people in the chat actually were talking about, I'd just get this and I'd make my own games and blah 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 blah. I actually think that's a really good point. I think, and that might be cheesing the answer here, but if I had to have one game for the rest of my life, I think I would actually learn Unity or something, and I'd start programming my own games. Because if I was not allowed to play any other game that other people had done, I think I would try and learn to do my own. But maybe that's trying to get around the answer.
Yeah, I definitely think that's one of those trying to cheat it, but it's okay.
Civ 2 says Wargaming Recon.
Yep. Green Lantern says Shogun Total War 2.
Oh, that's a good one. Jack and I co-opted that for a while and had a lot of fun with it. That's actually one of my favorite naval games, is in that, with the expansions.
Yeah.
Magnificent and Pex in EverQuest, and no one said you couldn't play online games.
That's true. That's actually a really good point, actually. So would I do something like a WoW or a Secret World? Or an EverQuest or one of those types of things? Nice. So just so everybody is aware of some free awesomeness, Dungeon Tomb was awesome enough to let us know that Star Wars Battlefront 2, the Celebration Edition, will be free on Epic Games starting on the 14th and will be free on Epic until the 21st. So as long as you quote-unquote purchase it from the Epic Games Store within that week, it will be free for you and you will have it forever.
So, why not do it?
100%. I have not played Battlefront 2. It's a multiplayer online game, which is not my jam, but I've heard it's very pretty, it's very Star Warsy, and it's pretty entertaining. As long as you don't die in the first 5 seconds. So that would be one I definitely download. Wow, what the hell's today? Wednesday. There you go. Come Wednesday, I will be downloading it. Wargaming clarifies on the Civ 2. It's probably Wargaming says it's my favorite computer game of all time, right up there with Age of Empires 2. Nice.
Gentlemanly Thoughts says, am I working on a new map today, or am I working on an art board just to work on assets? This is neither. This is for Frogguard. No, it's not for Frogguard. It's for Trollord Games, Castle Keeper's Guide. They've actually got a Castle Keeper's Guide out there. They're rewriting it completely, and it's just a book of pure sex. And they needed 12 settlements. So I'm drawing all 12 settlements, from a thorp to a hamlet to a village to a metropolis, plus your usual tower, motte and bailey, castle, greater castle, etc. Total of 12 maps. I'm doing them on one canvas because why the heck not? Because imagine this as a poster, my friend. That's right. You're just going to want to make love to it. So this is panel 5 of what? It's not really a new map. We've been doing this for a while. But new colouring, I suppose.
And I don't know if you saw it, but Casa Nomada said, being in Rome right now, I appreciate the Roman feel of the map you're doing.
Hey, thank you. You're in Rome right now. Holy scamoly, am I jealous. That's awesome. Yeah, they, I have a soft spot for ancient Rome. Like, a big soft spot. Like, it's mega. And so when Trollord Games said, and we want a marching camp, well, no, they said they want a military camp And I said, what type of military camp do you want? And they said, do a Roman one. And I was like, what, any Roman one? They were like, yeah, do anything. I was like, can we do a marching camp? And they were like, yeah. Because you don't see marching camps that often drawn as a map. You start seeing semi-permanent ones or permanent ones done. So this is going to be a fun one to do. And hopefully at least semi-historical too.
Some people commenting on the Epic Store. Alex is saying that she doesn't touch it. Allah commenting that Epic Store is good for free games, but that's about it. Truth.
There's some truth to that. There is some truth to that. Sorry, I've got a cat toy under my desk. My foot touched it, and I was like, what the hell is my foot in contact with?
Asta Nomada saying, I'm an Italian, so it helps.
Much respect. I am also Italian in my genes. I am. In my... I am.
No.
I am.
You're
20th Legion right here, and you know it.
No.
20th Legion.
You are English and barbarian through and through.
I am from the town of Chester or Diva, and it was a Roman town, and the 20th Legion is my father.
Casta Nomada, if you want to come over and bring civilization and conquer her ass anytime, that's fine.
Conquer her ass.
Well, okay.
Conquer her ass.
Hello. Hello, boys. No, it's not. Good lord. It's not just that. Of course you turned it into that. Come on now.
You're the one that said conquer her ass.
Jesus Christ.
And the Romans would too. And I would let them.
The Romans would. Well, there you go. There you go. Yeah, so right now the exclamation "conquer her ass" is going in. And Casta Nomada says, I will, don't you worry. Yes. Oh my good lord. Well, eyebrow wiggles all around. Well, I'm gonna
oh, you get another drink. What part of Italy are you from, if you don't mind me asking? I have never been to Italy, and I need to one day. I absolutely need to. Oh, you're right. You know, okay, so gentlemanly thoughts. I'm from Britain, as you know. Odds on my ancestors are Viking too, because they took over England. You know, England nowadays acts, and has been for hundreds of years actually, all high and freaking mighty, like with pure blood and everything. But if you look back at the English history pre-1300s, everyone was having a go of England. You know what I'm saying? I've got one of those DNA kits, and I'm going to do it at some point. I just keep forgetting to do it. And I'm going to bet that my genes are all over Europe. And probably a lot of Viking. And probably a lot of German. Castro Domana. My parents are from Puglia in the south. You live in Rome. I'm actually drawing ancient Rome for my Patreon, by the way. I'm actually drawing a full-size, not full-size, but a big ancient Rome map. Do you live in one of the sexiest places on the planet without the tourists? Although tourism is good for money, etc. But oof. Do you live in a place steeped in history? Ha ha ha. I will drink to that.
And yes, and gentlemanly thoughts. It's not my Italy, by all means. I'm Germanic, French, and Swedish ancestry. So. Alex Vixen, Celt through and through. Ryan Noir, so we're looking at the list, and it says here George Clooney and the 20th Legion. No. And then Allah says, next time we're drinking in person, she will tell us the story of how she got kicked out of Italy.
Oh, okay. That's something I want to hear. Did you start stealing parts of their monuments? Because Jack would.
Yeah, I can't deny that. Her family, when we visited Cyprus, in most of the photos that were taken when we were at ruined sites, I was looking around and on the ground. I wasn't actively trying to take things from historical sites.
No,
Just
you weren't.
when I hike around, like whether we're backpacking or in the hills or down by a stream or whatever, I tend to look for cool looking rocks. Typically about this big, ones that I can hold in my hand and fidget with, and then also just put in my pocket for potential later use for fidgeting or feeling around. So when we're at ruined sites and I'm looking at the ground and they're taking photos of them, and so every photo is of me looking at the ground and picking up rocks and putting them in my pocket, they were like, "You thieving bastard!" It's like, that was not intentional. So now every time there's anything about stealing part of a monument, I'm always accused of being the culprit.
Yeah, Jack is one of those tourists. Terrible, terrible human being. Castro no matter. Actually, if you hit me up with a PM on Twitch, I'd like to connect with you. Yes. Just purely because I'm mapping all of the time. I'm going to be mapping Rome, as I said. Every month I'm going to be adding a little bit to Rome. I'd love to stay in touch with you on it. Really would.
Oh, it says, "I promise it's not nearly as exciting as possibly as it could be." This is where you embellish it now. You've got the time. Create an epic story. You know,
And it has to involve Interpol.
special forces were coming in through the roof, coming after you. You were doing a Thomas Crown Affair art heist with multiple people with matching outfits. You were moving around, trying to escape. You had to kill a guy by choking him out in a closet. Come on. Alex Dixon says, wait a minute, hold on. Ryan Noir says, "My time comes to a close end." Oh, okay.
All right, my friend.
Oh, it says, "Jack, I know your pain. I got chastised in Lisbon, Portugal for taking a loose paver from a sidewalk." Oh, indeed. Is
Well,
that
just a
big
loose
no-no?
paver, huh? Well, it's probably one of those things, though, where you think it's just a loose paver, and they're regarding it as, no, this is part of our streets, this is part of our history, and if we have 1,000 tourists do this, suddenly we now have to start replacing everything with modern flagstones and stuff. And I think that's what it is, right? It's just, you just get this volume of people just... And where do you draw the line? It's like, you know, you got the American tourist recently that was scratching their name in the Colosseum.
Oh,
It's like,
Jesus
for
Christ.
F's sake, what the hell?
You know, that's I was in Chichen Itza in the Yucatan back in '99, I think. So 21 years ago now. One of the infamous, I mean, obviously the infamous pyramid at Chichen Itza, the kind of the stair steps with the kind of the boxy building on top is kind of what it's known for. But one of the other buildings that's pretty famous there is called the Temple of the Jaguar, and inside is this square room with a kind of this column in the center, but like one of the prominent statues there is a jaguar statue. Well, they had to cross it off because it had been open for however many decades to the public, where you could go in and look at the inscriptions on the wall and go around. It was great. Well, so many hands of so many tourists, not just from America, but from everywhere, everybody that came to Chichen Itza, the jaguar statue was crumbling. It was coming apart because so many people put their hands all over it that the statue was just deteriorating. It was just corroding. And so they were like, they like, you know, marked it off. And now with the Temple of the Jaguar, you go down to the front of the temple and you poke your head in, you know, and you go, well, that was fun, and you walk away from it because you can't. They don't allow anybody to go in anymore because of that. And it's not like it was like people were malicious. It was just like they're putting that, look at this statue, let me touch it. Oh wow. Oh, look at these things on the wall. Wow, let me touch it. Well, okay. Hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people coming through there and putting their grubby little hands on it. Yeah, it's going to start to wear away.
Right, Noir. No, you're right. You're right. It's not that one person does it. It's that thousands and thousands and thousands of tourists do it. And in this modern world, tourism is way bigger than it was in, let's say, medieval times. You know. So wargaming, you made a very good point. Yeah, it's happened throughout history. There's a Viking graffiti in Constantinople itself, and it's like, yeah, that's really, really cool. But if you allowed modern tourists to do it, you would end up with like the Colosseum just within 1 year being just destroyed. You know, it would just be destroyed just because of the volume of tourism.
A la jokingly, but true, but still funny. Gabe's gotten in trouble for taking rocks and sand from various places. Bloody geologists. Yeah. But then Casanamata comes in saying, we're joking about it, but yeah, they've actually had to close some beaches there in Sardinia because people were taking away actual sand from the beach. In Italy, it's very common, and it's a tradition to touch certain statues, so they're always ruined. Yeah. And then gentlemen, we got, I think, Voxel thinks I went a few years ago on his vacation, just saying, but you might want to be able to get your beach back out of my pockets. Hey, I've never taken sand unless it was stuck in my shoe.
Marlon's girl, thank you for the reminder. I did hit save. Thank you, girl. Appreciate that.
Ooh, yeah, Pex, remember you dumped all of your currency. So you can't even redeem beans.
But, Pex, before you actually did do that, I do have a couple of things in the queue from you. Oh, gee the hell. Really? You gotta do this? We gotta do this. I don't think we've done a bean in 2021, have we?
Are there 2 in there, or...?
We do have 2 in there. We do.
Dang it.
Because I've got one from Wargaming Recon, too.
Dang it.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll be right out.
Alright, so for the new people that don't know what this is about, I have here a jar of beans. Many, many beans. And they're 50-50. They can taste good. Watermelon. They can taste bad. Oh, dog poo. Literally. Or they can actually be super hot. Oh my god, my face is melting. And you don't know what you're going to get. So, I'm going to take one right now. And Jack's going to take one. I'm going to let Jack go first. Then I will take one. And we will see what we end up with. GL, Wargaming Recon, you're in my black book. Here you go, Ma.
I'm going to pick it random, but if it's white, I'm putting it back.
Okay.
It's not.
Okay. No, Wargaming Recon. Anything that's redeemed, I check off the list. It's still this. I have one still on the list. Yes, actually, Castone Omata, exactly. They are like exactly that. All right, so Jack, you are up first.
Right. Mine is a little, kind of a yellowish one. I hope it's not pee, because with the kind of boxes we get, I would not be surprised if this was urine. But let's see. Oh, it's oh, that's fantastic.
Oh, is that a good one?
It's like a lemon cake.
Ooh.
Oh, that is fantastic. Hold on. Nope. It was a tricky, spicy one.
Oh, is it a spicy one?
Oh, you bastard. Oh, no. That was a fucking trick. Sorry for swearing. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, I was tricked with lemon cake. Oh, no. Oh, it is so hot. Oh, my God. Hold on. Holy criminy. Oh, no. Oh, I'm dropping my water lid. Oh.
Okay,
I'm
Marlon Scale says milk. Gentlemanly Thoughts laughs. while twiddling his monocle. Wargaming Recon is also for milk. Pex is laughing, of course. Green Lantern is laughing.
Oh, good lordy. Okay, it's fine. It's not as bad as some of the ones we've had, but good lord, that was a trick. I was like, this is so good. This is lemon cake. This is fantastic. Oh god, fire in your face. Whew.
Yeah, that one definitely took a while to hit you, didn't it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll definitely lemon cake or death. No, just lemon cake and death. Yeah, exactly. Oh. Luckily, it's not as hot as the like that ghost pepper one we had or whatever, where it was like the heat lasted. It's already dissipated.
Well, don't talk too soon because I'm gonna have to do one. So here we go. I haven't had a bean, I don't think, in 2021. So, oh, please don't be bad. Please don't be bad. Please don't be bad.
I'm telling you, if it's white in color, don't eat it.
Okay, you know what? I think this is meant to be a good one. But it's like bubblegum.
Ah.
I think it's like meant to be something like bubblegum. And it's like... It's got a kind of a manky sweetness to it. So I think it was meant to be good. But it's actually not. You know what I mean?
That would be like if you got like a peanut butter one. You're really not a fan.
Oh yeah, peanut butter. I'd be right here on chat. No,
right? Yeah. Peanut butter for me, I'd be like, oh, this is the best tasting thing ever. You'd be like, oh, gross. Oh no. So yeah, bubble gum. Most people are probably like, You're sitting there going, ugh.
Wargaming Rico, by the way, that one was from 4 days ago. So, there you go. Proof that I keep all of them in the queue.
So what, Thursday's stream?
I guess so. And I think, I don't know what we were working on Thursday. It was the Metropolis, right? And I haven't eaten any beans for a short while, so I don't even think I saw it.
No, Wargaming is saying that he wasn't even on the stream 4 days ago.
Well, that's what I had recorded. But yeah, you weren't, so I don't know how it was in the queue. Oh well, mysteries.
Gentlemanly thoughts. My girlfriend is always stealing our candy before going to bed. I might buy some of these and put them with the other candy.
That would sort her out.
Pretty mean trick. Pretty mean. Oh, Alex Vixen commenting, the dark red one is the Carolina Reaper. The bright orange one is a habanero. Okay.
But I have so many dark red ones in here. Actually, so seriously, gentlemanly thoughts, like the bad ones are really bad, okay? Like they're really bad. You start eating it and you're chewing on grass sod, or it's like some old guy's sweaty sock, or it literally is puke, or sour milk. Jack got that one. It was no joke. It was no joke.
I had to fight to not throw up live on camera. It was gross.
He does not lie. We all saw it. Available on YouTube, everyone, if you wish to go back there. Link in the comments.
It was probably from about a month ago, maybe 4 weeks. So, yeah, knock yourself out. I know Wargaming at the time had a thing of me going like, oh no, oh no, oh no. He did a little clip.
Yeah, that was a bad one.
Yeah, they do. They feel like they're 95% terrible Wargaming, I tell you. So Gio was saying that you should take just a handful of beans, just go for them. You know, trying to get Pex to do that for you. And Pex says that being that she pays the bills, that even if she survived a handful of beans, that he would be outright murdered by you if that happened.
And the hot ones, by the way, are hot. Like habanero, like punish you. Like it's like getting throat punched. The Carolina Reaper, I think I've had one of those, and it was really, really, really no joke. The jalapeno or whatever, it's like fine. It's hot, but you can handle it. But the others just no. I'm gonna do all red center tents. I'm doing it. I'm sure that it probably wasn't this way, but these are the officer tents, so we're gonna do it.
Going back to games we all play, for those who might have missed it, what are things in games you play that you look for in that make it that yes, this is a game I enjoy playing? What is it like a feature of the game? Something.
How is this different than the +1 thing you did?
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm reiterating. I'm clarifying. I'm bringing this up for people that might not have been here earlier. Or maybe offering people to say additional things that they like in games, and not only that, but let's expand it further. For those of us who have either been at conventions or are hoping to one day go to conventions again, what are things you look for in potential games you want to play at conventions? Like for me, it's game systems I've never played before. That's something that's a really big plus for me, because I actually haven't played that many game systems, and so if there's a game system that I've always heard about and I've never played and someone's running a game, I'm like, ooh, I want to try that. That's a big one for me at conventions. Ooh, Casadomata says, are you drawing a Republican or Imperial Roman encampment?
Imperial.
Imperial. Cool.
I hope. Let's just say that. No, but I was shooting for Imperial. And you know what? Even if I've got this wrong, thank you for even asking the question. Because so many times, because I do a lot of wargaming too, so many times people will ask a question about what color should I paint their helmets? Or what shape are their shields? And they never, ever, ever clarify, well, what era are you in? Let's just narrow it down. Very few people even talk about periods. So thank you. If I've got it wrong, I've got it wrong. If I've got it wrong, then I'm doing the other one. Hey, yeah, you see? But just thank you for being at least that aware.
Pex with gaming says the replayability variables, so that every time he plays, he gets a different experience.
I think that's important. I think that's a great point.
Sandbox mode, wargaming, defo, yep. And Green Lantern, you say just playing anything would be fun. He's been a GM for too long. So out of curiosity, what is a game that you hope or wish that one day you could be part of? Is there a written campaign setting out there somewhere that you're like, I wish someone I know would run this game, either this specific scenario or this campaign world or this system, and I wish I could be a player in that system? Ooh, Dragonlance, right off the bat. Dragonlance coming in. Nice. Okay.
I would love to actually run Dragonlance.
Now, early Dragonlance or later Dragonlance? And do you want to be associated with any of the major players in the Dragonlance universe, or do you kind of want to be just a side person in that universe? Early Dragonlance. Okay, cool. Ooh, Hex, Talisman with all of the expansion packs. Holy scannoli. So GL says early Dragonlance, Solamic Knight. Unfortunately, because I don't know Dragonlance that well, I don't know what that is. Can you clarify the ignorant? None of the heroes in Dragonlance. Okay, of the lands. Okay. Ooh, Wargaming comes in with a big one. Hold on. At a con, I'll play almost any game as long as, one, it is not organized play or has a significant appeal to power gamers or rules lawyers out there. That makes total sense. 2 is a game one or more of my friend wants to play. That makes sense. Like, I never play a game. Like, I'm never like, what about this one? If Alyssa goes, I kind of don't really want to play that game, I'm like, makes sense. You know, that's cool. You don't like it for this reason. I don't want to play it unless you're interested, or if I don't know that any of the people that we know are currently playing it. Makes a lot of sense.
Pex, can we get gentlemanly thoughts, his VIP status, please? The man deserves it. Because he is a gentleman.
Also, 3 doesn't take long to play. Less than 4 hours for one session per game. Okay. But
you know, I actually used to be the opposite of that. I used to love long games, and I don't care if it's a board game, a war game, a role-playing game. But I get you now. I get you. I don't know about Jack, but for me, 4 hours, because time is short. Time is short.
But then also, as kind of a caveat to that, number 4 for wargaming says provides the time and space for players to engage in their own interpersonal dialogue. So, limited time, yes, but allow each character to have a moment, shall we say. Oh, sorry, Alex Vixen, my apologies. I was reiterating the what do you look for when you play it in a game. But then not only that, but like if you're either going to go to a convention or if you have gone to a convention, what is it that you look for in a game that you want to play? So kind of like a kind of double-edged. What is it that you look for in games in general, and then what is it you hope that if you go to conventions or if you've gone to conventions, what is it you look for when playing a game when you're there? Allah says, it'll be interesting what WotC does with the Dragonlance IP these days. Very true.
Wasn't there meant to be an announcement on that? Didn't someone say that there was going to be an announcement shortly? No? Am I wrong?
Wargaming found my oh no.
Oh, and that's... Someone was helping Wargaming out so he could find the clip. Thank you, Wargaming, for bringing up bad memories. Alex Vixen, 100% correct, and I believe it got resolved favorably in their direction.
Whew. So sad. I'm sad that's just a short clip, but whew. But yeah, I hearing myself that was not a good oh no.
No, you were not happy. You were not happy with that one, like asshole.
And I think, and then at least I don't remember if that clip was the milk clip or if it was a spicy clip. Because Strega was saying, "Oh, go get some milk," so it might have been a spicy one. And I was starting to address.
No, it was not a spicy one. It wasn't. Okay. No, okay. You described it as milk gone off.
Right, and so because at the end of that clip, I start to say, "Strega, that won't work because I don't like milk," and then that's why I was wondering if it was maybe a spicy one.
Yeah, apparently milk is the cure-all, or something.
I don't like milk. Let's see. Allah's pretty optimistic that we'll get another setting at some point, like Dark Sun someday. Something soon. Trademark. Yeah. People are talking about the Dragonlance lawsuit and how it was dropped and everybody was chill with each other again. Gentlemanly Thoughts has their VIP because Pex is amazing. Alex Dixon pointing out that WotC seems to be wiping out everything other than Forgotten Realms, even though they have good relationships with other people. Yeah, it's kind of... Who the heck knows what they're going to do? Oh, Wargaming's bringing in a lot of clips of things. There's one where you it was a bad one you got, Alyssa, and the tagline is, "I don't know what's going on in my mouth." Yeah, that's
yeah. I seem to remember that one.
And I'm apparently getting us a drink in the background because my camera is blocked and you hear my voice very clear. So I was probably in the kitchen, which is right next to your desk, and I go, "Ooh, what's that one?" You hear my voice come in and say,
"Yeah, that was not a good one. That was not a good one."
Oh. Oof.
Some of them are really, really, really bad.
Yeah, so, some of them are horrific. Going back to my question, I'm beating like a dead horse. I think one of the other things I look for in convention games that I think I really like is something where the rules aren't too heavy. And also they don't make the players feel limited. We played Traveler and
yes, we played Traveler a little bit. Yeah.
Was it GURPS? What was the other game we played? What was that other game we played where we had to play ourselves? What was that one?
Oh, that might have been GURPS. That might have been GURPS. Yeah.
Yeah. Both of those were ones where the rules were either too heavy or they were a little bit too lax. And it's like when I play a game at a convention, not only would it be great if it was one that I haven't experienced yet, but even if I have experienced it, I want it to be, here's your character sheet, here's a simple set of rules for you to follow because I want to get this game up and running in 15 minutes because we've got 4 hours, boom, let's do this. You know, no more than that. You know, if you have to spend the first hour just trying to figure out what the hell you're doing, you know, it just, and then, yeah, I don't know. It just seems like that shouldn't be a game that you have for conventions. Just saying.
No, totally. Well, that gets into convention game, I don't want to even call it etiquette, but design. I think some people don't understand the convention environment. It's not like you're at home. You can't run it like it's at home. It has to be way more accessible. Basically, all of the thinking is taken out of it. We're not doing character backgrounds here. Let's move on. You know?
Right.
And a lot of people don't get that. I do the same with wargaming. When I'm at a wargaming convention and I'm running a game, I'm not going to run a system that needs an hour per move. I mean, get out of here. We've got 4 hours. It has to be really entertaining. There has to be some kind of conclusion. Players need to walk away from the table knowing that they had a great time. You have to do a rule system and a scenario built around that. Period. Just period. People don't understand that. They just don't get it.
Right. You know, that's like when we do go to conventions again, I want to run, you know, some Shadowrun asterisk games for our friends and people we know, and it's one of those things where it's like I don't want to actually use full Shadowrun rules. I want to use Shadowrun as modified by Jack rules, and I want everything that you need on the character sheet, you know, and like it straight up is telling you how many dice you need, and that's it. You don't need to reference a book or anything. It straight up tells you straight on the sheet, this is what you need to know. I want, you know, I want to, you know, pare down magic rules. I want to pare down decking rules. I wanted to keep the game going. Like I want to be like, do a roll. You got this. It did a thing. You do a roll and you didn't get over the thing. Your thing didn't work. You know, boom, let's go.
Well, and it's also down though to like the scenario design, right? And I know you've been talking about that a lot recently. It's like how many people take an aspect of, let's say, Shadowrun, and then do a scenario that is, you've got the Johnson, which is going to be at least half an hour, 45 minutes. Then you've got the scoping out of the mission, figuring out the mission, which is another 45 minutes. And then they do 3 encounters or more. You
Right.
can't fit that into a convention game. You just can't do it.
Right. Well, and that's why I'm trying to. And that's why I'm not trying. I am. I'm writing up my. It is basically the for me. I'm calling it the Shadowrun version of the Continental from John Wick, and it is Shadowrunners, Shadowrunning groups, merc groups are like they're welcome in these places, and they're in all of the major cities throughout the world, and they're all everybody's a quote unquote member. It's like, and while you're there, you're part of the you're part of the system, and you're able to set up meetings there, and that's one of those things. So in the first 15 minutes of the game, I can be like, you've set up a meeting, you're part of you're part of the black box, you're part of the Continental. They've set up a room for you, you've got your meeting. This is what happens in the meeting. We're not role playing out the meeting, and this is the job that you've got. We're at a convention. This is your job. You don't get to negotiate. Let's go. Kind of a thing. Because if you're a GM who's like, let's do the negotiation scene, then you'll have some players be like, well, we're not getting the deal I want, so I'm going to leave. It's like, oh, okay. So in the first 30 minutes, we're just not going to have an adventure here because you decide this deal sucks, I'm getting out of here. It's like, no, you got to cutscene that crap. Come on. You can have a little bit of interaction, but this is the adventure you're going on. Let's go. This was negotiated ahead of time. You're getting a good cut. Some people negotiated it for you or something. I don't know. There you go. Alex Fixton says, I have a group of fixers in my Shadowrun world known as the Hunters, Inc., which sets up jobs and hires a team to fit those jobs. Exactly. Something like that. Exactly. Wargaming. Alyssa, map question. Is this a racing supposed to signify the tents are also on a higher elevation, like the ramparts? Or is the ground more worn from all the troops walking? Or...
It's actually... we're not actually done with the ground. That's what this is. So I worked on the ground a little bit when we did this on a stream, and I wanted to actually just get the tent area done. But the truth is, we actually need to colour all of this ground so it all blends in, and I haven't done that yet. So there's the answer. I'm kind of working the ground right now. But all I've done is I've done the lighter trodden areas where plenty of boots are at. But we've got a lot of groundwork to do.
Alex Fixon coming in with a little thing from her game with the Hunter's Inc. Artemis, I have assembled you here to do this job. You'll get paid 20k each. Here's the dossier.
Do
Go
it.
for it.
Yeah.
Go do it. All right. Perfect. See? Con game. That's what I'm talking about. That's a convention game right there. 5 minutes. Boom. Get your ass in the adventure.
Time check. We got 20 minutes. So I might actually get a lot of the groundwork done here. Oh, that's not going to work. Let's do... Well, I guess we're doing this. Box office... Really, Jack? Really? Are you doing the bean? You're doing the bean. You bean boozled yourself. Okay. Oh, me and you. Alright. Jack wants Jack and I to do another bean. Jack might actually really regret that. He really might. What are you doing, baby boy? Yeah, you. You want to come here? You want to say hi to Wargaming Weekend? No? Come on. Come here. I think he's after a treat. He's not going to get off the floor. Kitty. Kitty perform. Oh! Wow!
Getting spicy.
And Wargaming Recon says, redeem the treat for meowing Kitty. Jack says, alright.
You actually redeem it?
Lord Delius! Been a while, my friend. Lord Delius says, do not let her push you around, Jack. I'm not pushing him around. Alright. Let's work on this before Jack dies of some kind of bean poisoning. I'm already enjoying these ramparts quite a bit. By the way, I should have the little cursor colouring on that I actually did yesterday on the Necropolis stream, and I forgot. I will do it on the next stream if I remember. Alright, so Jack's got one. I'm going to do one. Jack, I will do mine first. I should not look while I'm pulling the bean out. Alright, I've got my bean. Don't know what it is. Alright. Bean time. What colour is this? White. Uh-oh. Oh, please don't be puke or sour milk.
If it's a white one, I would not even eat it personally.
It's bad. It's fucking bad. Oh, fuck off.
Is it the spoiled dairy product?
It's a spoiled dairy product.
I don't know how you're doing it. I would spit it out. Oh, good lord.
I am glugging down
Oh no.
lumpy freaking milk right now.
I'm not even tasting it, and I'm having PTSD flashbacks of it. Ooh.
That
oh no.
seriously makes me want to punch. Oh.
Who the heck redeemed this piece of crap? God dang it.
You did.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, that was not good. That's like not fun. All right, Jack, over to you.
Mine is a light green with dark green specks.
Oh yeah, the dark green with specks. Yeah.
Oh, it's kind of tastes like crappy toothpaste.
It might be toothpaste. They count the toothpaste in the bad category.
Hmm.
And
That's
Dahlia says, I feel guilty, but I'm laughing my ass off, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was... It's weird, because it was like bad toothpaste, but it kind of had a lime twinge to it.
Yeah, the toothpaste ones aren't bad, and they make them bad. I'm like, no, in the scale of bad, that's really just not that bad at all.
Yeah.
And by the way, Delius, I do not have a steady hand. I don't. And I appreciate you saying that. And maybe I do in the grand scheme, because I paint miniatures and I feel like I can get a good result on miniatures. And I do some pretty good freehand on them. So, okay, maybe I do have a fairly decent hand. But this is what I come up with. Like, I'm zooming way in, granted. But those lines aren't straight. So, maybe the hand is okay. But, I don't think it's the bee's knees, as it were.
Or the Detroit so simple.
Or it were so simple.
It's complicated. I was a great movie. I don't know what people were saying. You know, it's funny, being that movie makes fun of Hollywood and makes fun of film critics. I think I think that's why a lot of critics, quote unquote, didn't like it.
I love that movie. I love that movie.
I thought it was freaking fantastic. I thought it was great.
And name that movie, folks. Name that movie. Oh, and it were so simple. Come on, Alex Vixen has to know it.
Were that it were so simple.
Were it were so simple.
No, what are you doing? What are you doing? Stop this. Repeat after me. Were that it were so simple. Were that it were... No, what is this? What are you doing? Stop it. Just say the line. It's so great. Freaking
We need to
Fiennes losing
rewatch
his
that
shit.
one.
Ray Fiennes losing his shit. Were that it were so simple.
Jack, do the impersonation again. Alex Vixen, name the movie.
Yeah, so it's so the line is "Were that it were so simple," and the director is trying to get the actor to say it, and the actor does not have a agile mouth and vocabulary. So the fact that he's trying to replicate what the director is saying, "Were that it were so simple," so it's "Were that it were so," and so by the end of the film, the character when he comes in just says, "It's complicated." It's freaking hilarious.
Hey, Wargaming!
Hey!
Nice one.
Oh god, it's so good.
I love that movie.
So crazy and surreal, and it just a funny, crazy look at the Hollywood scene. I know, right? It's so good. For some reason, critics didn't like it. Gee, I wonder why. Putting a giant spotlight on the industry and how bonkers it is.
So, Lord Daly is, by the way, while my hand is not perfect, I actually embrace it. And I embrace it because things like this, I feel, look more real with a certain amount of imperfection to them, you know? While if every line was perfect, I think twofold. One, it looks artificial. It looks like it's computer generated. Because every line is freaking perfect. I'm doing my Madonna impression. But you get what I mean? And like the more perfect it is, more artificial it looks. So I actually embrace the slight imperfections of my line. 100%. And I would never give that up. Secondly, perfect lines scream modern. Like if I'm going to draw New York, I need perfect lines. If I'm going to do a bloody town or a hamlet in the medieval times, those roofs better be imperfect. So because we are doing a medieval style environment here, we need to have a certain amount of imperfection. So honestly, yes, I'm a little imperfect and I'm okay with it. It's part of my drawing style. And right now, you can't see this, but I'm, you know what I'm going to do? Hold on a secchi of the Mo. Well, apparently that's not going to do it. Hold on. I could do this. I could do this. Like a pro, I can do this. And you will be amazed. Here we go. There is my paintbrush. This is where I'm painting. And right now, I'm paint. Oh, but it's not following me. Look at that. Look, it's not following me. Pex. It's not following my brush, Pex. But
It's in the general vicinity, though.
I'm basically putting in a little bit of mud in this area. I'm going to start removing the grass where people are walking and where people are... oh, by the way, we're going to do soldiers on this map. We're actually going to do a fully formed unit on this map. And probably in this area right here.
Yeah, because I mean, obviously, when you do your roady, muddy bit there, you click and then you're moving your mouse around. So at least the little dot there shows where you initially click, and then and you can actually then see where you're it draws your eye in. I don't know.
Right.
Are there anybody that's yellow colorblind? Would anybody not be able to see this?
Is yellow colorblind a thing? I know that green and red is the most... I was going to say the most popular colorblind.
Well, and that's what I was wondering. I was wondering if yellow was Casanomata wants to know how big is that map and what is the scale of the encampment?
I don't know. I'm gonna actually. So, in all seriousness, none of these maps currently have a scale on them. I'm not even sure Trollord is expecting a scale, but if they do, the way I do it is I will measure a building or an object and go, yeah, this is probably about 20 feet or 40 feet or whatever, and I will create a scale from there. So I don't know the scale. All I've done right now is I've drawn all of the tents, and then from the tent, obviously 8 men on the smaller ones. Maybe. Actually, I don't know how long an actual 8-man tent is, but from that, and I might even ask some reenactors, but I'll figure out what a tent is on actual scale, and that will determine the scale of the whole thing. But I actually don't know yet.
Well, Wargaming, 1 tent is about the length of a person, right? No, I think
No, there's 8 men in a tent. Yeah.
Yeah.
So 4 per side.
What are those on the right hand side? What are those larger tents? Are those for more people or are those for equipment? What are those for?
Like these. Cavalry.
Oh, okay.
And there's also auxiliaries in here as well.
Okay. The masses.
Why is Wargaming Recon talking in meters?
Because European.
Castonomata, around 2 meters times 4.5. You know, I'm going to make a note. Let's just do it in a whole new level.
Well, and Wargaming was saying that was the size of an 8-man tent, 1.4 meters tall, 2.96 meters square. And then he's linking a link to Legioneromama, altavista.org, talking about Roman camps. Okay. Right, and Adelia mentions that some camps, some tents will need to have organized supplies, hold prisoners, etc., etc. Okay, cool. Just the fact that they were so organized and they were so regimented.
Yeah, and what you've got is a whole bunch of like barbarians going, let us in. Oh, we don't know what to do. Please. Oh, I just pooped in the woods over here. Oh, no, please. Yep. I don't want civilization. Yeah.
Those are your people that you're mocking, but okay.
And Delius loves the hangar behind you, Jack.
Ah, yes. Hey. There we go. Let's see. That is my X-Wing. If I had an X-Wing, even though that one has a red stripe, which I would not have, my stripe would probably be a forest green. I'd be part of Green Squadron, which I think was actually A-Wings. Hang on. What was Green Squadron?
Lord Delius thought it was your actual hangar at first, your actual garage.
Oh no, that's just my Zoom background. No. Green leader standing by. Battle of Endor. What was Green leader? Greenwood. They were A-Wings, right? Right? Am I remembering that? They were A-Wings, right? Wargaming? The Green Squadron at the Battle of Endor were the A-Wings, right? Forest green is actually my favorite color. Black and red being my second and third. So I guess since there's no, I mean, Black Squadron sounds like I'm trying to be cool and edgy. Black Squadron, so I'd probably be part of Red Squadron. I'd be Red 17.
Now you're talking about the evil empire at this point, right?
Yeah, if I'm talking, no, I'm not right now. I'm talking about X-wings and the Rebels. But no, if I was,
You wouldn't be part of the rebels. Fuck off. You just wouldn't.
why
You're not a
would
rebel.
You think I'd be part of the Empire?
Yes.
No, but the Empire was they were kind of racist snobs. I don't know if I'd be part of the Empire.
Everything about you in all of the games we play.
Why? No, it's not.
Yeah, it kind of is. You are not a rebel. I am a rebel.
No.
Yes, I am.
Who loves the?
I am a
Empire?
rebel in a Y-wing, and you know it.
Just because you love the Y-wing does not mean you're a rebel. You like bringing order and peace and civilization to the galaxy, whether you like it or goddamn not.
That's in ancient Rome. That's different.
Ah. So what is it about the Rebel Alliance and the
What, the fact that they're fighting against a bad guy? And they have cooler ships?
Okay, the Rebels do have cooler ships, even if they are all outdated. Thank you, Allah. Alyssa is definitely Galactic Imperial.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Hell to the yes. Thank you. Alyssa would be like in a fucking TIE bomber. No, she'd be in an interceptor. She'd be in a fast, deadly ship that could kick the crap out of most other fighters out there. That'd be her. And she'd be like, "No, I'm innocent." And totally shoot you down out of the sky. Ooh, you're okay. Wargaming. This seems like a total spam post. Like, you should watch this, all in caps. Oh, it's a giant 15-minute film theory. How the Mandalorian proves the Empire was right. No, if I'm not listening to that one. I don't know. Okay, I'll listen to it later for sure.
The Empire destroyed an entire planet with billions of people on it. I mean, that's pretty freaking harsh. You gotta give me a good sales speech to allow that to be acceptable.
There's actually a novel by Claudia Gray called Lost Stars, and it's kind of like a Romeo and Juliet story, kind of. With like there's two individuals, a man and a woman, who start out on this planet, and they kind of fall in love with each other. One of them they both end up joining the Empire, because at the time in the universe, it's like this is the thing, this is the government. You want to be pilots, you want to join the Empire, you want to be pilots. Well, almost right off the bat, one of them's like, he's on an assignment on some planet and they're oppressing the people, and he's like, I'm out, I'm joining the rebels, I'm helping these people get out of here and we're done. And the other girls, and the girl who's like in love with the guy is like, no, we've got to be part of the Empire. What are you talking about? These are people that are literally causing insurrection and they're murdering, government officials on planets. Well, then Alderaan happens. And like they blow up an entire freaking planet of people, and she's like, and like a best friend of hers is like, yeah, I'm from Alderaan. My family just got murdered. Everybody I knew growing up just got murdered. Like, what the hell just happened? It's totally weird to see kind of like the common person like discussing this thing, because like in Star Wars, we're following the heroes, and we're following these giant like almost like big concept ideas, and they blew up a planet of billions of people. And it's like, oh no, you can't side with the Empire after that. They literally just murdered billions of people.
And yet Jack would. And Jack does. Put it this way. Every time that we play the Star Wars little miniature game, Jack always plays the Empire.
Oh shit, Alec Fixon, you were in Star Wars? Were you like an extra in the scene?
What?
Like, were you or are you telling me, are you gonna like straight up tell me like, no, I was like raised undone?
Oh, thank you. Actually, just a moment. Gentlemanly thoughts. Thank you. Because no one ever points that shit out to me, like, ever. Ever.
Oh, by the way, you're writing on the notes layer. Thanks.
So, thank you, my friend, for pointing that out. You're a lifesaver. I really appreciate it. I tend to do that. I do. I forget what layer I'm on, and I just go. You're a rock star. Pex, can we give gentlemanly thoughts? If Pex is still around, can we give gentlemanly thoughts? A little like cash bonus for the channel, please.
Okay, so Alex Vixen was clarifying. No. She wasn't in Star Wars. She was saying, what faction would I say that you were part of? So if I was to analyze what I know of Alex Vixen, would I say was she a rebel, or would I say that she was an Imperial? Interesting. Or third party. You know what? See, that's one of those. I almost feel like it would be a little bit of a trick question, where I kind of don't think you'd be either. I kind of think that you would be almost part of. You would be keeping order in a cartel. Maybe not the Hutt cartel, but maybe part of Crimson Dawn.
Oh, I could see that.
Or, yeah, maybe. Where you're kind of not aligned with any of the superpowers necessarily, because you see that the flaws in both sides. And so you decide to go kind of more third party, a little bit more independent, where you're still helping the people that you care about and the people that are under your protection. And you're trying to keep that crazy tyrannical government and fanaticists out of your circles. So I'm going the easy option. I'm going right in the beginning. Alice says, one of my coworkers was in Mando all of 3 seconds, but was a stormtrooper that got shot. He was very proud.
Holy shit.
That was one of the things that I thought was great. The Mando show actually, they recruited a bunch of people from the 501st Cosplay Legion. So I wouldn't be surprised. Allah, is one of your friends one of the 501st cosplayer groups? Because that would make sense, because they pulled a lot of their extras from those groups. Hey, there you go. He is fantastic. Oh, that's great. Yeah, that was when they were because especially when things started going crazy with lockdown and stuff, they were before lockdown. To be fair, it was before COVID, but they were like, all right, so we need extras with their own stuff and with their own gear, and we're trying to do this. We're trying to do the show fast and cheap, but still look good. So they contacted the 501st. And they were like, hey, we need a whole bunch of extras that already have their own primo gear. What do you got for us? That's awesome.
Gentlemanly Thoughts is coming in with, I might be causing some problems, but I would do Star Trek, not Star Wars.
And my argument is always, why not both? In a world where we can have both, why not both?
Yeah, basically, honestly, that's really cool. If that's your bag, that's cool.
Okay, so if you were in Star Wars, if you were able to be an extra, not Star Wars, my apologies. If you were going to be an extra in Star Trek, what kind of extra would you be? Not a main character, mind you. Someone in the background, maybe in one episode, you could be like, look, I'm in this scene in the background. What would you be? What would you want to be? Would you want to be an enemy that gets shut down, or an angry diplomat who's glaring at, some captain?
Dalius is going red shirts. Oh, shit. That's not good.
Red shirt. All right, nice. Dies before the first commercial break. That red shirt, like the first kill of the episode. Delius says they didn't want to play Star Wars Galaxies. Alyssa, I know you did. I never did. Wargaming coming in and saying, I did. I love the Sulistans. Nice. And Daly's saying, I'd love to be the first guy that knows what's going on because he's the first one that gets blown out of the airlock. Yep, that's pretty much. Oh, nice. Work. Gentlemanly Thoughts comes in with I want to be. He acknowledges it's a very hard question, but I mean, he's willing to be the red shirt who dies but saves the captain while doing it, like the one that goes, "Sir, watch out!" And gets immediately killed. I could see that.
Yeah, that's cool.
Jennifer's not saying Next Generation or Deep Space Nine is very tempting. But wargaming on the subject of Sulistans. I don't know if this is true, but there's someone that I offhandedly know online who is friends with a lot of people in the Lucasfilm group, and supposedly Nyanum from Star Wars, Lando's co-pilot in Return of the Jedi. He also shows up in Force Awakens. Supposedly he got his name. It's Nein, I think. I think it's it's a very strange spelling, but supposedly he was. Again, this is unconfirmed rumor. He was the 9th alien design on a sheet of paper that was given to Lucas for alien designs, and Lucas was like, "Cool, let's do that one." And so they didn't have enough time to develop the character that much, so they were like, he was the 9th, he's nine, and let's change the E and the I and the N, it's Nynum, let's call him that. So they butchered a name together, and they created some special effects for him, and they plopped an actor in it, and they said, "Cool, let's do this." Oh, nice, you heard that too. Cool, yeah, so yay! A rumor that's substantiated by a +1. Yay! Soros of course, is he? Wait, no, the character of Nynum? Alyssa Casanamata says, I really like the way the ground is coming up. Seems a completely different map now.
Thank you. Exactly. In fact, people that have been here a few times will know this, but I tend to color in multiple layers, and it takes me about five layers before things really start coming together. And we're probably about that right now. And I just build things up. I just build them up. And yeah, it starts to take shape. Thank you for noticing that. All of my coloring goes this way. And you start to see the little paths that people have taken. And suddenly, you've got a real, breathing, live, marching camp. There's meant to be... I thought we did... Hold on a sec. Hold on. I thought we did the spikes on the top here. We did. What did I do with them? Did I delete them? I must have. When did I delete them? Did I delete a layer? Did I delete a layer? Alright, well I forget what they're called, but the spikes on the top, we're going to add them back. On the top there. Shit. Apparently I deleted them mothers. Daily issue, right. I actually think while I was colouring... Not that... What the hell is this? What am I looking at right now? That's Windows. It's like, can I can I do something really funky that you don't want? But seriously, I think when we were coloring one of these two maps, I deleted a layer, and I think I deleted all of the spikes on the top of the embankment. I bet it was a layer that was up here, and I did them separately. And it would have looked something like this. Yeah, my symmetry's not on. Come on. Horizontal. You can come right here. Yes, that's good. Alright, so... yeah, look at that. Perfect. Wargaming. They looked like this. And they carried two of them. And they could tether like this. And they could, like, tie these things together. And they formed like a caltrop on the ground, but freaking huge. And I should know the name of them, but I don't. Oh, no, it's fine, gentlemen. Honestly, it's all good. I could, because I work off the cloud. I could. But honestly, they will be fast to replace. I've got no problem with it. If it was like a larger amount of work, I absolutely would look to my history. So I'm telling you what I'm going to do. I'm just going to finish this part of the embankment. And then I think we will be good for tonight's stream. We'll come back tomorrow night. And we're going to finish the groundwork here. Those are a little displaced, but that's okay. We'll fill in the gaps. Yeah, that already looks better. Look at that. Look at that. I think it actually makes a difference. It kind of looks spiky. It looks spiky at the top here. It looks spiky. Yeah, she's well fucking learned. She's read all of the Roman books, clearly. Alright, let's get this in place. Yeah, look at that. That actually kind of looks pretty lethal. I'm okay with that. Alright, Dungeon Tomb. Good night, my friend. Love you, my friend. So, I think this is a really, really, really good point to end the stream. We'll come back tomorrow. We'll finish the groundwork of this one. It needs a little bit of noodling. Maybe an hour. And then we'll come up to the village above it. And this is kind of where we're at. And I think it's looking pretty good. I will do the bean boozle tomorrow. We're not doing it tonight. Midwest. I'm sorry, my friend. I'm literally about to end the stream. Sorry. And Castro don't matter. Please, if you're not PM'd me already, please do. Love to talk to you. Love to actually get a synergy going on, but would love to actually connect with you. It is 7 o'clock right now. I normally go from about 5:30 my time an hour and a half ago to about now. It's 4 o'clock in the morning there. Yes. People like you and Alex Vixen, I don't know how you do it. You and Dungeon Tomb as well. Gentlemanly thoughts. I look forward to seeing you. So we'll be back tomorrow. Until then, let's try something a little bit new. Hold on. A very special thank you to all of you Patreon supporters, to all of you Twitch subscribers. You are truly loved. To the point where we're trying to all of the time show our appreciation that little bit more. Here we go again. Yes, you. I really do, though, so much love to all of you Patreons, all of you Twitch. The Twitch subscribers, you get the Patreon rewards on a dollar for dollar value. Not many do that. Here we do. So thank you. You humble me. You empower me. And I love you all. Every single one of you. And for you that keep giving gifts, keep giving subscriptions to other people, I love you maybe that little bit more. And with that, Jack, thank you.
You are most welcome.
I wish you could be here every night, son. Everyone loves you.
Nah.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to end on it. Yeah. But we're back tomorrow, everyone. I love you all. I will see you all on the flip side. See you tomorrow night. We're going to continue this. We're going to finish another panel and a half. Until then, everyone have a great evening. Good night.